as you'll have seen, the Supra strip down is well underway and it's pretty much ready to go for paint. So all the interior is obviously stripped out, the engine and gearbox are now out. We've done a trial fit of the body kit. The body kit is actually really nice quality. We've gone with the Gredi intercooler, which is what the film car had, obviously. So we've had to do a bit of trim work in there to get that to fit. And there's probably a little bit more left to do there. The side skirts we've had on, they're a nice fit as well. We've just taken them back off. We had to get the car up on the ramp. We've got the rear spats on as well. They fit quite nice as well, and they use the original holes. So we're pleased with the kit and how that fits. The bonnet, so it's a C-bond bonnet, carbon fibre. This needs a bit of work. The shape is good, the vents are good, but yeah, I'll show you that. That needs a little bit of work to get that fitting nicely. We had a big problem getting the rear ductile spoiler off because that had so much sort of Unibond or Tiger Seal, whatever's been used to hold that on rather than sort of fitting it well. Well, I suppose it was fitted well, it was never coming off. So that was some work to get that off. So the wheels took a bit of working out. So these are the Racing Heart M5 wheels, which is what the film car had, obviously, and they are 19-inch rather than 18-inch. The 18-inch are slightly more readily available. These wheels are very, very hard to find, and they're not cheap when you do find a set. So we found this set in the States. They need a full refurb, and obviously that's going to be done. But we've fitted these so we can work out what offset we need, and also work out when we rebarrel them, you know, where we're going with the barrels and the lips, etc. So these are an ET51, so the offset is a 51, and we're going to run a 15mm spacer, so that brings the offset down to 36. And the reason for that is to clear the brake kit that will be going on. So that gives us the clearance there. These are 8-inch wide wheels, so at the minute they're 8-inch front and rear. We want to bring this to a 9-inch wide front wheel, and it's going to cost us a little bit more money to do it the way we're going to do it, but I'll explain why. So to get it to 9-inch, the most cost-effective way is to add an inch to the lip. So with these being split rims, you got the barrel, the lip, and the centre. We could obviously get a 1-inch wider lip, so you get a bit more of a dish, and your wheel is then 9-inch rather than an 8-inch. The problem with that, sort of looking down the line, we've sort of taken some measurements, and we think what's going to happen there is the car's going to look great, and then as soon as we start driving it, we're going to find that with it being spaced 15mm and then an inch on this lip, we're going to find that we're scrubbing this front arch just on the inside here. So we want to keep the stance that we want. We don't want to be restricted and have to raise the front of the car up because it's catching in here. Obviously you can roll this, but then all the fixings for the arch liner are just inside this lip, so then you've got issues with fitting the arch liner. And we want to keep this as sort of OE fitment as we can in terms of what's still on the car and how things fit. So we want to keep these arch liners. So what we're going to do, rather than putting an inch on the lip, we're going to put ½ an inch on the barrel and ½ an inch on the lip. It does mean we're going to need new barrels for the sake of ½ an inch, but it gives us the inch overall for the extra width of the wheel. So that was a little bit complicated to work that out and make sure that we've got that nailed down, and that we're not going to just put an inch on the lip. It's going to look great whilst it's sat down and it's not being moved and we're working on it yet. Brilliant, stance is fantastic. And then we start driving it, find that we're scrubbing, and we've got very little options in the way of, you know, modification to this arch. And then we have to raise the front and it looks a little bit odd. We want it to sit nice and low. The rears were a lot more simple. So again, like I say, 8-inch rim, And all we're going to do on the rear here is we're going to keep our current barrels, and we're going to go 2 inches wider on the lip. So we get a nice deep dish. We're going to roll this rear arch. Obviously the car's been painted, so that'll be done then. And it's going to give it a really nice dish, and it's going to give it a really good stance, front and rear. So that's the plan with the wheels. That's why it's in the air with these wheels on with no tyres. These are about to come off. We're going to put the other wheels back on. That means we can get the car over to paint. So let's get that done.
Hold off on that.
Dumb, I don't know what to do with it.
Alright, what the hell is this?